Shri Chaitanya Prabhu Vande Nityananda Savadhitam Shri Nandanandam Vande Shri Radhika Charanadhyam Govijan Samayukta Pranavana Manoharam Shri Gauranga Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Gadadhar Sivasi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Guru Dev. So we're on verse, this is this is the second class of Kartik, Krishna Karnamrita, 2025, and we're on the 32nd verse of Krishna Karnamrita. Let's look at the Sanskrit here. Swachchai Shavam Shivuvanadutam Yavehi Machapalam Tatabava Mama Vadgigamyam Tat Kim Karomi Viralam Rali Vilasi Muddamu Kambucham Udikshitam Ikshanavyam. So translation. O Krishna, O flute player, Murali Vilasi, O Murali Vilasi, O flute player, the sweetness of your youth is wonderful within these three worlds. You know my unsteadiness, and I know yours. Chapalam, much chapalam, chatava. Much chapalam means my restlessness, my unsteadiness, and tava means yours. And no one else knows about this. That's good. Because Radharani's married. So that Abhimanyu should know about Radharani's Chanchalman, that she's really disturbed and unsteady in mind because of her infatuation and love for Krishna. No one else knows, but I want to see your beautiful, attractive face somewhere in a solitary place. But how will this be accomplished? That's a question we all have in our mind. How will I see Krishna in a solitary place? What is that solitary place? Where is that solitary place? In the Hridaya Guyam, in the cave of the heart. We want to see Krishna in our heart when we meditate. It's called Swarti. So let's see what Sri Ananta Babaji's commentary unfolds. There's another translation to verse 32. O Krishna, your youth and my restlessness both are unsurpassed in this creation. O Trivana Bhutam. You know it and so do I. O Murali Vilas, now please advise me, what should I do to see your rarely seen lotus face with all my heart? So first, Sri Ananta Babaji describes the Udgurna state of Radharani. This is, the Udgurna is a symptom of Mahabhav. So Krishna's Kaviraj, in his commentary, he explains that this verse is from this verse 32 on for a couple more verses until Radharani attains Krishna's darshan. She's in a state of madness and separation in Mahabhav. When Radharani is separated from Krishna, She expresses many types of bhavas called udgurna. This is the highest stage of prema. She is not aware, Radharani is not aware of the external reality. When Uddhava came to Vrindavan to carry a message from Krishna in Mathura, he returned to Mathura and Krishna asked him, how are the Sakhis doing? What did you experience? How are they feeling? And Uddhava said, your forlorn, anguish-filled Radharani is manifesting every conceivable and inconceivable type of bhava. Sometimes in Vibram, in bewilderment of love, she arranges a flower bed in a kunja like a newly married bride, anticipating your arrival. Sometimes she looks at the rain clouds above Varsana and she starts chastising the rain clouds in a mood of kandita. This means that a heroine has been stood up by her lover. He hasn't come to meet her at the appointed time. And other times, Radharani roams around in a dark night in the mood of an avisarika. Avisarika means a lover is going out for a lover's trias. Avisar means to go meet the beloved. So Uddhava concludes to say to Krishna, the ways and movements of Radharani's love are very strange. Because when you're bewildered, you do crazy things. So he goes on. Radharani does not touch her body with her hands because she thinks her hands are lotus flowers. When she sees her face in a mirror, she mistakes it for the moon. Chandramukhi Radharani. Oh Krishna, your love is very dangerous. I said that one time. Love is very, Jai Sri Radhe. Love is very dangerous. Everybody that's married knows the danger of love. So, after seeing all this, I wonder if a decent woman will continue to live after falling in love with Krishna. When Radharani experiences the soothing moonlight, in your separation, she experiences like sparks of fire. And she lets out heavy sighs that we wonder if she'll live. The feelings and experience of Radharani after Krishna went to Mathura, recounted by Uddhava when he came and saw eyewitness of it. Oh, who's this stranger? I thought you forgot your way home. You went to Siberia and got lost. So now Ananta Babaji quotes quotes a poet, Bengali poet named Gandas, who's absorbed in Sakhi Bhav in the mood of a Sakhi, consoling Radharani. So Radharani says, Krishna's making me restless. That's okay, but this is my fault. The intoxicating sweetness of Krishna is also hypnotizing. I am still an innocent gopi. How can I remain still when facing the captivating power of Krishna's intoxicating youth? Krishna wears a peacock feather in his hair, which is adorned with Mahanidhi flowers. His curly locks are bouncing around his shoulders like joyful bumblebees. That's quite a nice poetic imagery. His locks are bouncing on his shoulders like joyful bumblebees. When I see Krishna, Kamadev holds his head and starts crying. Oh, excuse me. When Kamadev sees Krishna, he starts crying. As he gazes at Krishna, he falls into a swoon. Do you know the story about this? You don't? Hey, Curly. You know the story. So Kamadev got really proud. Why?
Because whole world is under his control.
First of all, what's the name for Kamadev?
Madan.
Another one. Kandharva. What does Dharma mean?
Control.
You haven't read Bhagavad Gita, apparently. Dambo Dharma. Dambo Dharma is in 16th chapter of Gita, means pride. Pride is a symptom of a demon. So Kandharva is the name for Cupid, because he's very proud. Why is he proud? Because
Whole world is under his control.
Attracted to him.
he bumped off Brahma, he bumped off Shiva, he bumped off Narada Muni. All of them thought that they were beyond the influence of lust until Shiva met Mohini Murti. Dun, 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 dun. And then Brahma met his daughter. I didn't meet her, he created her. He got a little excited there. He wanted to start a new fad for Kali Yuga called incest. So he chased after his daughter. And Narada Muni, he fell in love with the princess. You know that story? It's in Puranas.
Yes.
Narada Muni, he thought my father became a victim of lust. Who's the father of Narada Muni? And my brother became a victim of lust. Shiva. But not me. I'm Narada Muni. I'm a Deva Rishi. I'm detached. So Krishna Narayan said, oh, you're becoming proud? Don't you know Srinada Vishnu? Sorry, Vaseshana, Mahanidhi, Kirtana Suri. I'm not from Kali Yuga, I don't know. So one day Narada Muni went to a well and he saw, to get some water, there was a beautiful lady there. And I kind of make up the story, I don't remember all the details. But somehow he got a little attracted to her. And then the news came, someone rode around on horseback around the kingdom and said, the princess is getting married, she's going to do Swayamvar and pick her husband. All handsome guys and princes should come to the king's palace to get your lucky number and get chosen as the wife of the princess. So because Narayan wanted to put Narada Muni in Maya, he said, well, I'm going. That great Rishi, that detached, lust-free Rishi, said, I'm going to go and try my luck. So he went there. There was all seats. It was a row in the Royal Assembly Hall. There was 2 rows of seats. So he came in. Everybody was busy looking at the princess. So they didn't notice he came in. So he came in. Narada Muni came in. There was 1 seat at the end. He went up and sat there. Narada Muni, he's actually a handsome guy. So the princess was walking up and down the aisles, looking at the different princesses. And she got to the end of the aisle. And so, what's this? What's this? guards, guards, because Narayan turned Narada Muni's face into a monkey. So the prisoner, the monkey, we got monkeys here. Send them to Radhikund. So the guards came in. He said, "I'm Narada Muni. You can't do this to me. Wait, I'll curse you." This and that. Yeah, you stupid monkey. You're talking stupid. You're looking stupid. Now you're talking stupid. So he threw him out. And he was really depressed and insulted and ashamed. So he was all scuffled up and, disturbed. So he went to the river to wash himself. And he was looking in the water and he saw a monkey's face. Oh my God, I became a monkey. And then he sat down and chanted his He's a monkey face, but he's still Brahmin. So he sang his Gayatri. And he realized, oh, yeah, Narayan's put me in Maya. Then he offered kinds of prayers and forgiveness. Then he went back and washed his face again, and he was Narada Muni. So this is Kandharva. So this guy, Kandharva, who knocked off Narada Muni, Shiva and Brahma, he came to the Rasa dance on Shara Purnima. And he's smart. He learned by experience, not like us.
No experience.
We had so much experience where we never learned. So Kandharva, Cupid, commented, he said, "Listen, last time when I bumped off Shiva, made him lusty, he wanted to make him lusty for Parvati. And Shiva, he hid behind a tree. Kamade hid behind a tree and shot arrows at Shiva when Parvati was worshipping him. But Shiva burned him to ashes with his third eye, became known as Kameshwar, the Murti of Kameshwar, Shiva, and Kamyavan. So when Kamade came to Rasa dance, he said, "Listen, I'm not hiding behind a Kadamba tree. I got burned to ashes by Shiva." So Krishna may do the same thing. So he climbed the Kadamba tree. So way up high in the Kadamba tree. He had all his flower arrows, Panchabana. What are his flower arrows? Springtime. Woman's form. And bumblebees. And full moon. And all these, and cooling breezes from the moon. He had all his arrows and weapons. Rupam, Gandha, Shabda, Sparsh, everything. Touch, fragrance, smell. So he had his bow pulled, and he saw Krishna dancing. And he said, "My God, this is ideal time, ideal night. It's 12 o'clock at night. Full moon is there. A cool breeze is blowing. It's full of fragrant flowers. And this most beautiful woman in creation, and this handsome guy." So he's looking at Krishna shoot out. And he became so overwhelmed by the beauty of Krishna. Kamade fell out of the tree. He fell unconscious on the ground. And he stopped the Rasa dance. "Who is this?" Some Devata fell out of his airplane. Whatever. Krishna said, "Oh, it looks like Mahanidhi." So they dragged him off the Rasa side. Continued the Rasa dance. So this is the story of Kandharva. So Radharani is explaining, she said, when Kamade saw Krishna's beauty, he fell unconscious. "Oh, my sweet Sakhi, there's no limit to the lavanya in Krishna's youth. When you see Krishna, you feel as if you're touching him. He dresses so stylishly. He speaks with sweet ras. His crooked glances shower many embraces, and he has a chandan dot on his forehead which beats the moon. the full moon tumbles down and falls at his feet. And then the chikora birds and honeybees fight with one another to grab the moon at Krishna's feet. The moon sees Krishna, beauty, and falls down on his feet to worship him. And all the bumblebees and chikora birds who drink the moonbeams, they jump down on the moon at Krishna's feet. Honey and nectar are continually flowing from Krishna. So now Vidyapati, the famous poet Vidyapati, he writes a very beautiful poem to capture Radharani's feelings in this verse 32 of Krishna Karnamrita. Radharani is saying, your youth and my restlessness are unsurpassed. You know it and I know it. Now what should we do? What should I do? I'm eager to see your face. So Vidyapati tries to write a poem to capture that. On seeing Madhav, my eyes become eager to steal glances at Krishna, but I restrain them from doing so. Nevertheless, my eyes drink from that lovely face, like chikora birds drinking moon rays from the moon. Just as intoxicated honeybees lose the ability to fly, my eyes cannot fly away from Krishna's feet. Madhav speaks something sweet. When I hear it, I cover my ears. And then the 5 arrows of comedy strike my heart. The makeup on my face starts to dissolve and flow down due to the perspiration. I'm so enraptured by Krishna's beauty that my choli falls to pieces and my bangles break off my wrist. My hands are shaking and I cannot speak anymore. That's a poem written in Brij Bhasha by Vidyapati. But it's not Brij Bhasha, it's a Brij Boli or something like that. Mixture of Bengali and Brij Bhasha or something. Special language he wrote in. So Leela Shuk, Ananta's comments, the Radharani is expressing this verse, her misery and her joy. Her misery is that she can't see Krishna. That's why she says, Kim Karomi, when will I see you? But so her happiness is she's remembering his beauty and how he makes her restless. So Leela Shuk is speaking on behalf of Radharani, saying, "O Sham, your sweet adolescence makes even the hearts of yogis dance. So why wouldn't my heart dance? You think my Sakhis can console me, but how can they know my anxiety? How can one know another's heartache?" That's quite true. Even my dearest Sakhis who console me do not know my pain. What to speak of others? Now, Ananta quotes Radharani speaking to Vishaka in Ushadinamani. "O Sakhi, I am burning in the fire of Krishna's separation. It's greater than a forest fire. I don't know how I'm tolerating it. If even a single spark of this fire escapes from my heart, it will burn down the entire universe to ashes." So Radharani's heart is on fire, such a great fire that one spark of that heart could burn the universe to ashes. That's a pretty painful experience of separation. So in this verse, Radharani is speaking in great humility. Now tell me, Krishna, how can I get your darshan? I can't be still anymore. You may say, calm down, but anxiety simply arouses more anxiety. When you're in anxiety, someone tries to calm you down by saying, don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. It's okay. But when they say don't be anxious, you become more anxious. It reminds you of your anxiety and increases your anxiety. Because anxiety has a cause, and the only way to remove anxiety is to bring the cause of anxiety before the person who's feeling anxious. Your anxiety and separation ruin someone. So anything but that person will not do the trick. So, go we say, calm down, it's okay, It's not okay. It's only okay if he's here. So, the people with eyes have only one use for their eyes. What is that?
No.
To see Krishna. To see Krishna.
What do you say?
To see Krishna.
To see Krishna.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. This is from Mahanidhi, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the famous chapter 4, verse 133. What are the two most important chapters in Chaitanya Charitamrita?
Adilila 4 and Madhya 8.
Adilila 4. Why is Adilila chapter 4 the most important?
Ramananda Roy.
4. I'm saying Adi 4. Why is it most important?
Because of it defines our Siddhanta and our Tattva, main essence of God Vaishnavism. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
It defines and it shows the main Siddhanta and Prayojan of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, which is the loving service of Radha and Krishna. Because there's many verses that are glorifying Radharani's form and her love, and Krishna's form and love, and how much Krishna loves Radharani. So Adi 4 can be read over and over again. And Madhya Lila chapter 8, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reveals the secret love of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan and how to attain it by practicing Raganuga Bhakti. So that's the essence of the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rag Bhakti is contained in Madhya Lila chapter 8. So, from that chapter 4, Adi Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Ananta Babaji quotes verse 133. Eyes have no use other than seeing Krishna. One who sees Krishna alone is lucky. Every sense organ, nose, ears, tongue, hands, etc., is useless if it's not experiencing Krishna. Now he quotes Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 2. Our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Radha Bhav and experiencing with all his senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, etc., experiencing Krishna. So now, how does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu experience Krishna with his eyes? This is Madhya Lila, chapter 2, verse 26 through 31. Krishna's flute held on his moon-like face is a source of radiant Amrita. One who doesn't see the moon-like face of Krishna should be struck down by a thunderbolt. Why else should one continue to have eyes without seeing the beauty of Krishna? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu utters in the Bhava Sakhi and Bhava Radharani, "O Sakhi, my body, my conscious and subconscious mind, and all my senses are useless without Krishna." Krishna's sweet speech is a fountain of nectar. If someone has never heard Krishna's talk, his ears are like the holes in a conch shell. His birth is useless. This fragrance of Krishna's body, it smells like musk and a blue lotus. It steals everyone's pride and honor. Who has never smelled the fragrance of Krishna's body, his nose is useless. How do we get an opportunity to smell Krishna's body?
Smelling the garlands, the flower garlands from Krishna's body.
Yeah, that's a good answer. So there's two answers been given. Anyone have a third one? That's taste. You're not on Gandhi.
Perfume.
There's something called Itara. Itara means perfume.
Yes.
They offer different fragrant oils to Krishna: kadamba, gulab, bela, musk, and kasturi, and all these things. And so you smell it. But that oil is not oil of musk, kadamba, gulab, rose. Because Krishna smelled it, it's become now the smell of Krishna. And when the flower garlands are put on Krishna, they take up, the flowers become scented with Krishna's body. So when you smell the flowers, you're smelling Krishna's body. When you get the perfume from Krishna, Maha oils they call it, it's Krishna's body. So that's how sadhakas can experience the fragrance of Krishna's body. That's why you see great devotees from Vrindavan, they always carry the fragrance of Krishna's body and the perfume pocket.
Here.
Where is the perfume pocket?
Right here.
Hear what I said? Perfume pocket. Like pocketbook, you know. Where is it?
Here.
Where?
Here.
In your hand or what?
Here.
Two pockets.
Here.
Two pockets. It's above your ear where the earlobe curves around. It curves there, and then there's a little hole there, a little cave. That's meant for Krishna's fragrance. That's why Krishna made it. Otherwise, it just collects a lot of dirt. You know that little pocket?
Yes.
So, the great devotees for Vrindavan always have Krishna's bodily fragrance in their ear pocket.
You mean they will apply it here?
If they're fortunate, they go in the temple and they give them some Maha oil, Itara. And when they get it, they touch it for it, and they put it here, they tuck it in there.
I see.
They forget about it. And they take a bath and it's still there. They go to sleep and they go, oh, it's still there, okay, good. These are secrets of the trade. These are trade secrets, Brijvasi secrets. Perfume pocket. You have one for so many years, you waste empty pocket. Okay. Okay, so Mahaprabhu is appreciating Krishna's fragrance. Now he's in Radha Radha's Bhav, he's experiencing the nectar of Krishna's lips. Krishna's lips nectar is full, it's called Adara Amrita. It's full of Krishna's sweet qualities. It puts to shame the taste of Amrit. One who has not tasted the nectar of Krishna's lips should have died as soon as he was born. So that's interesting arrangement. You haven't tasted Krishna's lips, you should have died before you're born. So how do you do that? Somehow you have to kiss the super soul in the womb or something. Because Krishna is expanded inside your heart as a super soul. So it's an impossibility. So in other words, if you don't taste Krishna's lips, better die. That's the idea. So how do we taste Krishna's lips?
Prasad.
Prasadam.
This is, and what is that? What chapter is that in Chaitanya Charitamrita? Ananta Chaitanya Charitamrita. Lord Chaitanya is taking Jai Mahaprasadam, and he's relishing great nectar. And he asks the devotees with him, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Nitai Vaita, Jagadananda Pandit, and all different devotees. He said, "What we all had to taste, we all eaten these things before. We all had puris, we all had sabji, we all had pakoras, we all had chutney. Everyone knows the taste. But why is this prasad, which is all these things that we're used to, why does it taste so extraordinary and captivating and ecstatic?" And the devotee said, I don't think we know, but maybe you tell us. So then Lord Chaitanya went on for 40, 50 verses to describe the nectar of Krishna's lips. He was absorbed in the Mahabhava of Radharani. And first thing he said, this prasad is Krishna Adara Amrita. Adar means lips and Amrita means nectar. This prasad is the nectar of Krishna's lips. That's the first thing. Then he went on so many verses. So the question is asked, how do we taste Krishna's lips and make our birth worthwhile and now we don't have to die? By taking prasad. We have some right here. So that's what Lord Chaitanya said. Now, what is Krishna's touch? That's his, what he said. If you haven't tasted Krishnamrita, you should have died as soon as you were born. Your tongue is like the tongue of a frog. I don't know why you picked a frog, but frog's tongue.
Attract snake. That's not.
Okay, that's a good answer. Now about touch. Krishna's hands and feet are cool as moonrays, millions of moonrays. His touch is like touchstone. Who has never felt Krishna's touch should burn to ashes. His body is like a piece of iron. So that's Lord Chaitanya describing, experiencing Krishna with his five senses. Because in this verse, Ananta Babaji quotes his supporting Praman. Because in this verse, Radharani is saying, when will I see your face? That's so he's explaining that Radharani wants to see Krishna, touch Krishna, taste Krishna, smell Krishna, everything involved with Krishna. So in this verse, Radharani says, Kim Karomi, what can I do? It's in line 3. So Radharani says, I'm very anxious to see you. So Krishna may reply to Radharani, oh, be patient. You'll see me after some time. Then Radharani says, but your darshan is very rare. Because I'm a housewife, I rarely get the opportunity to see you at any time at all. All day long you go for cattle with the cows. Hardly ever get an opportunity for your darshan. Now I have you, so please wait for a while. Let me see you and gaze upon you to our heart's content. Hey, what is this? Where are you going? Please wait one moment. I want to take a good look at you. Krishna may reply to Radharani, oh, there's so many, go look at some other handsome guy. Then Radharani replies, There is no one more attractive than you. You are viralam. Viralam means rarely, very attractive. It is only you who possess the flute. No one is sweeter than you. So now Ananta Babaji describes about the sweetness of Krishna. What is sweet about Krishna?
Madhur.
Besides Sri Radhe. What does Rupa Goswami say? Hello, good morning, G. Jago. You heard Rupa Goswami?
Yes,
You heard the four sweetnesses of Krishna?
yes.
Oh yeah. Good morning. Oh, now you woke up. Wow, good morning. Rupa Madhurya, Leela Madhurya, Vena Madhurya, Prema Madhurya. So as Govinda said, everything. Because that includes everything. Krishna's love, his form, his flute. You take that away, there's no Krishna. Krishna means Leela, Krishna means sweet form, Krishna means flute, Krishna means love. So that's everything. What is everything? Everything means music, love, form, and enjoying pastimes or whatever you want to call it. Happening, party time. So now what does Sanatana Swamiji say? We must remember that Krishna is the sweetest of all forms of Bhagavan. But Krishna shows the greatest sweetness to the maximum extent when he's with the gopis. Why is that? Why is Krishna with Yashoda, Krishna with Balaram, Krishna with so many people in Vrindavan, but when he's with the gopis he shows the most sweetness. Why?
Because that Rati is the most sweet Rati.
Madhurya manifests only in gopis.
There are different types of love in Vrindavan that devotees in Vrindavan share and exchange with Krishna. Love means rati, prema. What do you say? Priti sandarbha. Priti means love. So there's dasya priti, means the love of a servant, and there's sakya priti, the love of a friend, and there's vatsalya priti, the love of a mother, father, parent, and there's madhura priti, the love of a beloved, amorous love, a lover. So the love of the gopis is the greatest, and Madhurati is the greatest, most intense, most satisfying, most pleasing to Krishna. So when Krishna is with them, he shows the full 150% Krishna. Because it brings out everything in him. There's no inhibition, there's no formality, there's no separation of bodies, there's no separation of minds, no separation of hearts, no separation of desire, of anything. They're one. Radha Krishna and Milita, they're one in union and in Leela. So it shows the greatest sweetness. It's like the story we told the other day about Narada Muni. When the gopis met Narada Muni, they said, "You saw the beauty of Krishna." And he said, "Yeah, I just went to Nandagram." "Have you seen the beauty of Radharani?" "Yes, I just saw Radharani Barsana." They said, "You haven't seen the beauty of Krishna." He said, "Why not? You can't really see the beauty and sweetness of Krishna unless you
See both of them together.
see both of them together." So how do you do that? You have to be a gopi.
Now we go.
Does Yashoda see Radha and Krishna together? No. Do the cowboys see Radha and Krishna together? No. Some do, a few do. Sri Ram and Subal, not Sriram, Subal.
Madhuman.
Madhuman, he's not a cowboy, but like he's a part of the gang. He acts like one. Like that, so let's go on. So Ananta Swamiji explains. So he explains the famous analogy. The Krishna is so sweet that even Lakshmi runs away from Narayan. That's pretty amazing. And Narayan doesn't mind too much because, you know, Narayan is also Krishna. But Lakshmi became so attracted. She said, listen, Narayan, I want to go to Vrindavan. He said, why? I want to see Krishna. Oh, he's such a dirty kid now. He's got cow dung between his toes. And he eats with his left hand. He walks around with rice and yogurt in his left hand and lemon pickles between his fingers and goes like this. He has no culture, no manners. He's a dirty kid. He doesn't wash. He lies. He steals. He cheats. When he plays with his friends, he doesn't play fair. He cheats. Okay, say whatever you want, I'm going. So she hops on Garuda and leaves Vaikuntha. Super fast. And so he comes down sometimes to find what's going on. He sees her under a tree. He said, wonder if she met Krishna. So naturally the husband's going to go look for the wife. So after a few days, he got bored in Vaikuntha. So he came down and looked for his wife, Lakshmi. He went to the Rasa stall, he couldn't find her. Went to Niniban, couldn't find her. Went to Sringavat, couldn't find her. Went to Italy, couldn't find her. Went to Nandagram, couldn't find her. Went to Darshan, couldn't find her anywhere. What the hell, where is she gone? Went to Nirvana, she couldn't find Lakshmi anywhere. So Narad Muni came. So Narad Muni said, Namo Narayan. Narayan asked him, Narayan said, have you seen my wife? He said, oh yeah, she's under a bilva tree, under a bale tree. What's up? Where? They call it Balevan. Some local people call it Lakshmivan. So he said, okay, you know where it is? Yeah, I'll get there. So Narad Muni took Narayan to Lakshmivan, to Balevan, and his wife was locked in meditation. Can you imagine? Lakshmi is sitting in Padmasana. She usually is standing holding a Padma in her hand. She has a Padma in her hand. And she's sitting in Padmasana like a yogini. Her eyes are closed. She's meditating on Krishna in her heart. And her eyes, oh my God, this is my wife? She's all skinny. But what is she eating? She eats once a year. And Posha month, every Thursday, every temple of Vrindavan makes a bunch of khichdi and takes it across the river and feeds her. But when it's not Posha month, she eats bale fruit and may, and bale leaves the rest of the year. She's a vegan. so Lakshmi got vegan. So Narayan went back to my goodness, okay, stay here. So Ananta quotes this idea that Lakshmi left Narayan because of Krishna's sweet, attractive beauty. Krishna, the essence of sweetness, Madhurya Sar. He's a treasure house of all sweet qualities. No other avatar can have any, just has some portion of the qualities of Krishna. And he quotes a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya chapter 21. Krishna's sweetness is reflected in the mirror of the gopis' love. The gopis' love and Krishna's sweetness are always competing with each other. Both refuse to accept defeat. At every moment, Krishna's beauty increases and excuse me. At every moment, Krishna's sweetness increases and the beauty of the gopis increases. This is the meaning of love. At one time, I read somewhere, someone asked Satyanarayan Das Babaji, he said this guy was married and he got divorced. He said, how is it that love seems so good, but then it goes bad? And then you break up and get divorced. He said, that isn't love. I thought that was pretty funny. He said, that wasn't love. He said, love can never end. So that's, he said, because love is that's nothing, it actually emanates from the Atma. So the more one is connected with the Atma, the more one can love eternally another person. But the more distant one is from the Atma, the less the love they have for another person can last. So a very nice answer. He said real love can never end. So if you have some relationship which we're calling love and it ends, you're going to understand in retrospect it wasn't love by this definition. It was just some convenience store. These stores were going to get a quick bite to eat or some snacks or whatever. Convenience store. So it was, husband and wife become convenience stores for each other. Drive in, drive out. Drive in, get your goods, and drive out. Pay your bill. So the love of the gopis, Krishna's beauty increased every second because their sweetness, Krishna's sweetness is increasing every second because he sees their beauty is increasing. He becomes more sweet and more attached and more attractive. And they see his beauty is becoming more, and their sweetness, his sweetness is more. And then it goes on forever. Krishna's sweetness is manifested the most when he comes in contact with Radharani's Naikya Mahabhav. So sometimes Radharani says, oh Murli Mohan, you have hundreds of gopis like me, but I only have one person like you. So please, let me see the sweetness of your Murli Mukh to my heart's content. Means that your face with a flute on the end of it. Mahaprabhu recited this verse and explained its meaning in short. Radharani's bhavas are all very strong. There's always a great war between Radharani's bhavas. What is that called? Do you know that term? Different bhavas compete with each other. It's called Bhava Shabalya. It's described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Bhava Shabalya means different feelings and emotions compete for Radharani's attention. Sometimes he gives an example. Sometimes she's restless. Sometimes she's humble. Sometimes she's angry. sometimes he's passionate. These are different types of bhavas or feelings. They're appearing and disappearing from her heart. They come like waves, you know, sometimes in some beaches, the incoming wave meets an outcoming wave. The way the beach is shaped, waves are breaking this way and rise out of the beach and goes back. And so when the incoming wave hits the outcoming, it goes boom, and they go up. That's called bhava sabhava, clashing of emotions. It's not so much experience on the human level, but we also can have that also experience. Be very happy and sad, and different emotions can take charge of us. Now he quotes Gopal Bhatta Goswami's Tika on this verse. He said, Leela Shuk, the author of Vilmangal Thakur, wants to experience the happiness of seeing Govinda's lotus face. He said, the sweetness of your form is not found in any other form of Bhagavan. I know this from the Shastras and from the words of great devotees. Krishna's form of sweetness is expressed in the maximum Vrindavan. Now here's a discussion Nanadas Baba gives on the idea of seeing Krishna in the mind or with the eyes. Radharani is saying in this verse, I'm very eager to see Krishna. How will anyone understand how eager I am? Hence, I desire to see the beautiful lotus face of Krishna with my eyes. One always takes Krishna's darshan with the eyes and never any other sense organ. Then why does the poet specifically mention the eyes? That's very interesting. In other words, Vilmanga is saying, Radharani, in this verse, Radharani is saying, Krishna, I want to see you with my eyes. Well, that's how you see everything. You don't see, I want to see you with my nose. I want to see you with my nose. So he's asking a question, why is it saying that? So then he replies, the reason I'm saying I want to see with my eyes, because I'm always seeing it with my mind. It's called manodristi, seeing with the eyes. So that's what it's called. Shravanam Kirtanam Smarana. Smarana means remembering. So remembering means trying to see Radha and Krishna, their forms and their leelas with our mind. It's called the mind's eye. We heard this expression. The mind's eye. So the sadhaka, is always trying to see Krishna. With his mind, he does that every day, or she does that every day. But here, Vilmanga Thakur wants to have Sakshat Darshan, Sakshatkar, see directly with his eyes. So he goes on to say, anyone who worships Rasamaya Krishna doesn't want to sit down and meditate in bliss like a yogi. So, Abhiram yogis, Aptakam yogis, Aptakam gyanis, Abhiram yogis, they sit and close their eyes, meditate on Paramatma or Brahman. But Vilmanga Thakur says, forget that. I want to see you right here with my eyes. So he has a certain restlessness. That's why he says, keep growing. When am I going to see you? Okay. It's hard to. Thank you. If they don't get darshan for even a moment, their eyes become restless. Devotees only want to see and only want to gaze at the lotus face of Muralidhar. This form of worship is very difficult and problematic. We call this worship in the mode of sweetness. Is it nectar or is it poison? There's no way to decide. He quotes a verse from Chaitanya Chaitanya. Externally, worshiping Krishna burns like poison, but internally it feels blissful like nectar. So this is the idea. When we hear about these type of hankering by Bilamangala Thakur, you can take a verse, as I said yesterday, Radharani is restless to see Krishna, or you can take it from the viewpoint of a sadhaka. So this theme is throughout the book because, as we mentioned, these are several verses that Radharani's hankering for Krishna Darshan. After 6 or 7 verses, she sees Krishna directly. So this is the progress of Radharani in separation, waiting to meet Krishna and see him again, and love him again. So we're also waiting for Krishna in separation and bhajan. So these verses in separation are very conducive for bhajan, to create that eagerness, that restlessness. Like the word here is champala, means like chanchal, very restless, eager, anxious to have darshan. And so our hearts are also crying out, "Oh Krishna, when will I see you?" And he said, "When will I see you? With all my heart." So first we'll see Krishna in our heart, and if our heart sees Krishna deep enough and long enough and sincere enough, Krishna will give darshan with our eyes. What is the example of that? Bhagavatam.
Narada Muni.
Narada Muni, first canto, chapter 6. He was doing bhakti bhajan, Vaidhi bhakti. And he came to the level of prema and he saw Krishna in his heart. He saw Narayan in his heart. And he opened his eyes and he saw Narayan. And then Narayan disappeared. And then Narada Muni fainted. So Narada Muni is an example of someone that kept meditating, and chanting and doing his mantra they got from the gurus that he served. They gave him some mantra. And he chanted that mantra. The mantra is mentioned about it also, the Narayan mantra. And he chanted that mantra, and he went through Ruchi and Asakti and came to Baba and prayed. And he started seeing Krishna, Narayan in his heart. He opened his eyes, he saw him directly. So this is the encouragement for every sadhaka to keep going. Eventually we'll see Krishna in our heart and open our eyes and see him right before us. Like I mentioned in my Raganuga Bhakti book, one Baba told me, I said, "Baba, I'm living in Vrindavan for many years. I'm going to all these holy places and visiting all these Kalpavriksha trees and looking for Krishna, but I'm not finding him." He said, "Just keep looking. Just keep looking." That's Krishna, right? Just keep looking, because Krishna is waiting right behind the next tree. So, keep looking. Where are you, Krishna? Krishna Kahan, Krishna Kahan. Where are you, Krishna? Where are you? Jai Jai Sri Radhe. So tomorrow we'll do verse 33.
Jai Guru.
Jai Gurudev.